Hello and welcome to Fire Emblem E3. My name is Pandan, and I'm going to be playing my own hack. It seems a little self-serving to play my own hack for an LP, but I have all this equipment that I wanted to try out, so here we are. And we're not playing Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, we're playing Fire Emblem Vision Quest, VO3. And so this is a hack that I've been working on largely by myself using FE Builder to create something totally new world, new art, new characters, original story, all of this fun stuff. And I'm excited to show it off for you guys. So we initially launched back in May of this year, and that's a lovely Paladin palette. And now in October, we're up to our third release. We have some new art and some palettes that look better than this Armor Knight right here. But you'll see as we play. So I am really excited to get started. So let's go here. We're going to play this chapter 1.5, Law of the Land. And so I'm not going to spoil too much plot or spend too much time explaining. I think it's more fun if you guys go through it yourself. But let's jump right in. I'm still getting over a cold, so I apologize if there's coughing in the background or anything like that. All right, so our mission is to escape. We have our units here. So just to give you guys some insight into where we are plot-wise, the group led by Storch just fought some pirates in a port, but they were mistaken for bandits and are now on the run from the government. So I'm not going to spend too much time going through each of the units, but you may notice that the chibi sprites are missing for most of these guys. There's a lovely smiley face there. Art is still largely under progress. There are some concept sprites done. I really like this one from author Pendragon. Really happy with how this one came out. We have a few others from other members of the staff as well. But I'll let you guys explore this more in depth. I'm not going to drone too much on about the skill system or anything else that we're using, but really want to give a good shout out to Circles Everywhere for the skill system. It made putting this together a lot easier. And my approach to skills with the hack was to make it pretty subdued. I personally dislike skill emblem. I am not crazy about high percentage chances or things like that. So these are all fairly subdued skills. It just meant to add a little bit of flavor, a little bit of diversification across different units. So let's jump right in. So first things first, you may be wondering, like, what the fuck? Like, why is this guy... Oh, can I curse? Whatever. You may wonder why this guy looks like he does. Storch is not a traditional lord. He is pretty ordinary, I'd say. I think I probably made him a little bit too much like Ike. Sword guy, doesn't really give a crap about what anyone has to say about him. You know, not from a noble background, but we're using some Roy map sprites for now just to keep him distinct on the battlefield, but he is not a fencer, and you'll see what he looks like in a bit. So let's jump right in. I did my preps already, and this map is an escape map. So we're going to be going down this lovely vertical map, and we're going to have to seize on one of these floor tiles because I haven't figured out how to change the actions to escape. So we're going to try this out, see how this goes. A couple different paths you can take. I hope that this is... I hope this is fun for you guys. I mean, this is personally one of my favorite chapters for me to play. I think it's, pretty quick-paced, fairly challenging, but we'll see. We'll see how we do, right? So, totally putting myself out there and seeing how this goes. But let's get started. I'm not going to voice act. This is just Storch running away. This is Vigalis, who is your bow fighter, so he's like, GBA fighter with axes, but actually he uses bows. So similar stat spread, but using bows instead, which I thought was kind of cool. So just making fun of FE5 a little bit, and note that this is not FE5 escaping. If you just seize with Storch, you're good to go. This is the boss, and he's pretty generic. So let's jump right in. All right. So we got some FE7 music in the background here. All right, how do I do this? Let's see. So these guys, what are they packing? Hand axe, halberd. Okay. This guy's annoying as shit because he's an axe reaver. So I'm thinking probably just going to charge in with Storch. Let's do this. The crop duster's kind of like a better rapier that uses the manicotti spray. There we go. Quick work there. Increase to C. Very nice. So let's see. We have Larissa. How does she do against these guys? Not great. Let's see. But these guys are totally going to get borked by this fricker. Let's see. Marlin. Alright, let's see here. Did she do anything over here in this guy? No, but he's not super threatening. I love shove. I gave every single player character that's not mounted shove just because I thought it was something that we needed. You may notice that there aren't a ton of mounted units. I know that like everyone loves mounted units, but I figured it would be more fun to make the early game less reliant on mounties. Let's see. Does this guy have? No. Okay. The Moonraiser is effective against dark magic users, but this chapter doesn't have any. There's a chapter later on where you'll probably use all of it, so just hang tight there. I'm going to send Arcady down this way because we have these guys, but they might just both go up for Storch actually, but we'll see. Yeah, you may notice some of the sounds aren't totally right yet, like the galloping sound, like her Pegasus is not walking. That's just the sound it makes. Because I haven't figured out how to fix it yet. But anyway, let's try this. One of my favorite things about this is warp. I made a 15-use warp staff so you can send people up and down. It's kind of nifty. I think it makes for some fun and unique strats, especially like because the game is very escape-oriented to start. Ooh, he's just getting fucked right now. Let's see. This was a bad choice, actually. Oh, God. I really should have planned this out a little bit more before recording. But we'll see how this goes. We got some Army of Verdane music going on in the background with some additions. A lot of people have given me some feedback that they don't love the music. I mean, I'm personally kind of partial to the remixes, but I know it's not for everyone. Nice dodge. Ooh. That actually might not have been good. That might not have been good at all. But let's see how this level up is. Speed and luck. Alright, I'll take it. Now that... Yeah, I figured this was going to happen. Can he dodge? No. We're going to do a quick reset. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, let's try that again. So clearly, I have not played my own game a ton. Or at least not recently. I, excuse me, recently started a new job and haven't been able to play nearly as much as I would like. But let's jump right in. Alright, let's try something a little bit different. Maybe not Russian that much. Let's see, can we do this? And I think this is actually probably the move. So I'll use Marlin with the Armor Slayer to do some quick damage here. Marlin is Storch's little brother. I don't know. He kind of reminds me of Butters from South Park. That was kind of what I had in mind as I was writing his character. And this is Lara, who's like his girlfriend-ish character. I don't know. I just like her palette a lot. And that's a Spear Doggo palette, so I'm super partial to that one. There we go. Alright. I'm going to leave him there just because he's going to get totally borked by this guy and then the mage, so... I skip the top. I'll get that top convo in a bit. Do I want to warp anyone? No, not yet. We'll hold off on the warps. Let's see what the enemy's hacking here. There we go. This is so much better. Excellent. So, I don't know. Marlin, I find... I played through the hack maybe 4 or 5 times, and I find that every time I have to like make excuses to use Marlin, I think I need to rebalance him a little bit. Even though he is mounted, I find him to be a little underwhelming, but share your thoughts on him. You know, I'm curious if you guys think that he needs any balancing or could be beefed up a little bit. He comes in at a lower level than a lot of your other units in the 3rd chapter, and he has some time to catch up, but even now, like, I used him pretty extensively, and he's still like a level or 2 behind most of the other guys. He has like low-end type growths to give you a sense of what his breakdown is. He's like low-end with like super high luck. But anyway, let's keep moving. So here we have Vigalis. So it's so funny. So like I remember I was writing up descriptions for what I wanted for each of the characters, and basically what we came out with Vigalis is like he basically looks like Will, which is unintentional. We're actually using FE6 archers for the bow fighter right now. I would have loved to make like a GBA axe fighter using a bow just to show the beefy muscles, but didn't have time to put that together. But this is fine for now. Let's see here. What do we got? What are we packing here? Yeah, let's do this. Lara is very useful because she's your only magic user to start, but she kind of starts out a little frail, so keep an eye out. Let's see where she goes. Level up. Woohoo, very nice, very nice. I will take that. Let's see. Thinking, alright, that's going to be an easy kill for someone. I might just give that one to Marlin, actually. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe Esper will just take care of this guy. Yeah, there's a little glitchiness with this animation, but I'll fix that later. Okay. We'll give it to Larissa. You may notice the Armor Knights have 5 move. I did that so they wouldn't suck. So they're actually kind of useful. Generals, I think, still have 5 move, but you'll have to double check me on that. It's been a while since I touched it. Let's see. Oof. Just shy, but we'll take it. So Arcady is not an axe fighter. He is an axe mercenary. So it's more like FE5. I'd say he's built a little bit more like an Orson or a Havan type of character. Just a speedier axe user. So he promotes into a hero. So think of like a typical like GBA sword mercenary, but with axes, and that's Arcady's character. I really like this animation, the Armor Merc by Alisk. I think it suits Storch pretty well, because he's supposed to kind of be this generic dude. Alright. Nazar, coming in hot. I also like the brown palette a lot. I don't know, it's like he's wearing corduroys. Let's see. Alright. We're moving and grooving. That was a much better turn. Let's see. What does she have? Chest key. Alright, so I kind of want to get her over there. Oof, this does not bode well. Let's see, who... Can he take a hit from both these guys? With the elite sword, I think he can. So this sword gives an extra weapon experience and some extra defense, so... I don't know, I should probably change the name, because it's like, it's a trainee's blade, why is it elite? I kind of thought of the FE5 elite sword when putting it together, but anyway. I think we'll just do this over here. We'll do this quick talk convo. I like the humor around like alluding to other games with characters naming their mounts after them. So like his horse's name is Sedgar. Some meta commentary here on how useful mounts are at Fire Emblem. Whatever. They're bros. Literal bros. Okay, let's see here. Actually, let's do this, guys. Let's show off some warp. So let's put Larissa right here. Just to box out that Cavalier a little bit more. And Onisun, the priest. I love it. Alright. And then let's put this guy over here. Natsuko. Yeah, let's put Natsuko over here for now. So this chapter can go wrong real fast, as you saw before, if you're not careful. So I'm really curious to get feedback from everyone on like the difficulty. I feel that as the person making it, it's so much harder to because I kind of know how everything should work. Even though you saw that I still can fuck it up. Really curious to get some feedback on the overall difficulty. I haven't touched hard mode yet. Everything in this hack is balanced around normal mode, but I would say it probably plays like, I want to say like FE8 hard, even though I know that it's not the hardest difficulty. It should give you a sense of kind of like where you can be borked if you're not careful. Alright, let's try some stuff out. So we have all these guys coming in here. I need to box this out. So Larissa's going to go over here, actually. And just use the Horse Slayer. I tried to make effective weapons useful, guys. I'm curious if they are. Let's see what she's got. I'll take it. We'll take. She has like a base speed of 3 or 4 at level 3, so she's doing okay. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll do this to start. S-Sphere, I think, is a little like Sove in FE10. Just like a higher level thief character that's your best combat unit early on and then kind of falls off once your other units start to catch up. But really, really useful. Let's see. Bows in general are a little bit stronger. I tried to increase the might so they would be more useful. I really wanted the game to be a little bit more player phase oriented as Michaelis gets a really nice strength and skill level up there with some luck. Yeah, I really didn't want this game to feel too crazy on enemy phase. I really wanted it to be more player phase oriented. So let's get Marlon. Actually, Marlon needs a heal. Let's do this. Ooh, talk chat. Nizar does not have his own sprite yet. He just kind of looks like Oni's brother with the similar colors. It's actually kind of funny. I've never seen this one before. Plot-wise, Onisim was a pirate that became a priest and is trying to atone, and Nizar was one of his old crewmates that he reunited with in the last chapter. So, old bros reunited and kind of looking to atone. Let's see. There we go. Not a big rate heal, but it's chapter 5. Alright, let's try this. There we go. Let's go Mustard Cav. Golden Spicy Brown. Alright, I gotta watch out for this guy, because this guy could really fuck my day up if I'm not careful, because Natsuko will get like one shot. Let's see here. Lara with the fire. Ooh, I probably should have done the thunder, but please miss. Thank you. Alright. Here we go. Moving and grooving, guys. We're moving and or grooving. Alright. Let's see. We'll give this one to Storch, I guess. Actually, yeah, we'll give this one to Storch because I want one of the Axe Bros down there. The feedback I've gotten on Storch so far is that he is like kind of shaky. He's kind of like, you know, a little bit like FE7 Urk, where it's like some people swear that he's good and other people, you know, say that they've had pretty poor experiences with him. So I think that's kind of interesting. I don't know. I think I want the Lord to be usable, but I don't want him to be dominating. I think he's a good mix. And especially as a sword lock, you know, I didn't want to. I feel like it's very easy for the Lord to be underwhelming, as we've seen throughout the entire history of the series, that sword lock units are not spectacular. But with Storch, I would say one of the things I tried to do consciously when I was designing this is give him a lot of different options and just sword users in general, because there are a lot of sword users early on. I wanted to make swords kind of the most diverse weapon. So you'll see as like the part goes on as you play the game, there's a lot of magic swords, and you have access to a lot of effective weaponry that are swords. So you get some pretty neat combos that you might not otherwise get in more traditional FE games, but try to make swords a little bit better. Axes and lances, of course, still have a lot of use as well. Let's see. So you may have noticed that there are some reinforcements that just spawned up here. These are the soldiers that are chasing you from the previous chapter, and there's a lot of them. So I totally went the Thracia route and just like bombarded you with reinforcements. So we got to pick up the pace a little bit here. So let's see. But I want to get all the treasure too. So how do I do this? Do I just let Marlin go ham on this guy? Can't really do that. Alright, let's do this. So Lara makes quick work of this armor knight, who's going to drop his sword. And then we're going to do this. Ooh, I actually don't like that at all. Actually, I kind of messed that up a little bit. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Let's see. There we go. Nazar, get that kill. Don't think the archer will kill him. But let's actually... Will she be able to get out of his range? Let me sort that out later. Enemy archers are annoying. Try this out. Nice. Nice! Alright. I think the Galus is probably my favorite character to write for, as is Marlin. I'd say they're probably like my two just like favorites to have. I don't know. I just think they're humorous. I feel so weird like talking about my own characters. It feels very meta. But that's just my take. I don't know. Do I want to do this? I need her over there. I think I have an idea. Let's do some cool strats, guys. Let's just do the heavy warp. Fuck. Okay, we can't do that. Not enough. I'll give this a shot. There we go. Also have to worry about this guy over here too. Shit, I made this really annoying, didn't I? Alright, let's see. What can we do here? Ooh, let's try this out. Early game warp is fun, guys. It's really fun to play around with, and I'm surprised more hacks don't do it. Because I don't think it really breaks the game, I just think it gives you more options and allows you to get a little bit more creative. The wizard bow. So the wizard bow is like a bow that attacks with magic instead. So you can use like your archers as two range mages, which is kind of neat. So let's see, where do I want to put Marlin? Let's get Marlin over here with the elite sword and use a vulnerary just to be safe. And we'll do this too, just to box out that nomad. Trade this over just to give Storchy a quick heal. Let's see. Oof. Not great. Bad start. But I think she's safe from everyone else. No, she's not. Such a dodge tank. Watch out, guys. Okay, this is good. Doesn't get doubled. Look, you saw it here first, guys. Armor Knight's not getting doubled by nomads. Alright. Soldiers coming down, more coming out. Alright, we gotta really move here, so do I send them down this way actually? That actually could be interesting. But I also want them here to take care of soldiers in case they catch up, which they're definitely going to. Holy crap. Longbow, let's go. Okay. You get the longbow in chapter 2, so it helps just give you some extra options with that like crazy power creep. I'm definitely a fan of trying to balance archers by making their ranged options better rather than trying to make them more like other melee units. So there's no one-range short bows or anything like that. This is like, I want the archers to be good at what they're best at, which is ranged combat. So giving you access to a longbow that's better than the vanilla one, I thought was a good way to try and achieve that goal. Let's do this, Chad. So Vigalis and Arcady, they're cousins, and they were previously talking about Storch's older brother and their history with Larissa, who's from their town. And Vigalis is just like, dude, like, this isn't tea time. We're trying to run away. Like, get your shit together. Oh, yeah. So there you go. Let's see. Who do we got for heals? Actually, I need to heal Larissa, I think. Yeah, she's pretty low. Marlon, what do you got? What are you saying, Marlon? Not much. Okay. I think we're going to do this. Yeah, I'll just give this one to Storchy. Definitely using the crop duster more than I want to, but they'll be fine. Okay, Larissa's going to take care, or rather Lara is going to take care of this soldier. Putting that thunder to good use. Man, magic is so good in this. Alright. Let's see. Marlon, yes, can he take this guy out, please? Yes, he can. Marlon. I think there might have been a vulnerary to steal, but I'm not going to bother. I'm not taking chances on camera. Let's see. What do we got, Marlon? What do we got? Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's see, what does this guy have? Iron bow and a vulnerary, steel sword, steel axe, and then Bergen. Generic leader in a generic army. Let's see. It's not terrible. Okay. We gotta watch out for the axe reaper though. And these guys are coming in hot. And this is just a generic female sword mercenary. I don't know if you wanted to go up and around that way, you can fight her, but I never really bother doing that. Let's see. Heal. Alright, that's decent. Let's see. Yeah, we're just going to let S-Sphere handle this one. She is a bit of an experienced thief, haha, but she's worth it, guys. Don't feel too bad. Do a little healing over here. Probably should have equipped the Horse Slayer, but I was more concerned with countering that Nomad, which is, I think is probably just going to go for Marlon now that I think of it. No, or Lara. Ooh. That's a big chunk of damage. Does she double? No. Female Nomad's too fast. Alright. These soldiers are coming at us. Soldiers do not totally suck in this game. I tried to make them kind of decent, so like they're like the skill class, but they have like they're pretty balanced overall, I'd say. Let's see. Let's let Vigalis do some damage here. Can he do it with the iron bow? Yes, he can. And then we'll let Natsuko go down here. Really, doesn't double. Whatever. I'll let her use the chest key in the bottom left. I'll have her go for that because I don't think she's going to be doing much for combat. I realize that Natsuko, I feel like she falls off kind of quickly if she doesn't get any strength. Her growth is decent, but I don't know. I find that unless you're giving her better swords and stuff, she falls off combat-wise pretty fast, but she's an early game flyer. She's useful. And the swords are good against all the axe enemies that you fight early on. Let's see. Like that one down there. But I'm going to give that one to S-Sphere. The damage is a little scary, but hit rates are good. Look at that, Jagan chip damage. Total Jagan. Let's see. Alright. These guys are coming in hot right now. I think I should be able to make better defensive maneuvers. I'm going to heal Lara. Alright. We're live, guys. We're doing it. Here we go. Ooh, level C. Yeah, so Warp is a D-staff. I think there's another one you'll get later on. So you have like at least 30 warp uses before the end of part 1. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I definitely put a warp in part 2. So you have 15 uses for part 1, so plan accordingly. Let's see. You'll also get a rescue staff next chapter with 15 uses, so spoiler alert. Marlon, can you do it? Finish it off? Yeah, we'll use the Iron Sword here. Yeah, there's a lot of sword units, guys, so that'll change. I think I was definitely taking a page out of the FE7X book with that. Lots of sword users right to start. Let's go, Larissa. Her palette reminds me a little bit of Wendy, but trust me, she's better. Okay, we'll do this, and then Storch needs to book it. I'm probably just going to warp him down there next turn. We got some Cavaliers that make wyvern noises coming down at us. Doo-doo-doo. Army of Verdane is probably my favorite FE4 track. It's so catchy. Pro tip, if you're ever at work and have to go through like some pretty mundane problems or whatever, like it's just like good like music with a fast beat that'll keep you on it, whatever it is that you're doing. So I usually like to do it when I'm working on stuff. Okay, Natsuko's gonna get down there. She has the chest key. Warp Storch a little bit further down. Very liberal use of warp for this, but it's a demo, so I'm not worried about the long term. Part 1 is about 12 chapters overall. That's a nice level up with magic. I'll take it. Let's see. I don't think he moves. Does he move? No, he doesn't move. So you can totally avoid this guy if you want to. His palette is basically the same as the generic one, so I was having some issues with it, so I just left it the same. No boss quotes yet. I don't know why that didn't happen. Let's see, some talks. So Lara is S-Sphere's daughter, and so she's just like, oh my god, this is so much work. I'd never played Fire Emblem before. And she's like, yeah man, I've been there. Let's see. How is he doing? Actually, that's not terrible. He will live. Yeah, he doesn't even get crit, so this is actually pretty safe. Level up, level 8. Dude, that strength score is crazy. Dude, this is a very blessed Storch. Let's see. Nerf Storch. Let's see here. Can he be rescued? He's got 10 con. Yeah, so if I rescue him with Nazar, I think I'm just going to have to hold out. What do these guys have even? One range, one range, one range. Okay, good. So I think I might just hole up here with Nazar and Arcady, just let the Axe Bros do their thing, because these guys should only have irons, right? Yeah. The hatchet is a 1-2 range weapon. I made it simple. We'll do that. Let's see. I could get the kill with S-Sphere. Oh, I'm going to steal the elixir, though. Yeah, keep an eye out for stealables, guys. There's a lot of them. Yeah, so you can see here, like, you have to move pretty quickly to avoid this. I mean, clear the chapter is definitely beatable without it, as Storch does his finishing move. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. So I'm going to seize on the next turn. But yeah, I don't know. Personally, I like chapters where you have to worry about stuff coming at you from behind to kind of force you through the map. And especially in a chapter where you're escaping, I feel like it just made sense to have it like this. Probably could have done a little bit more to diversify the enemies that come at you, but the big bad lady that hasn't shown up yet, who should show up soon, I might just hold off so you can see her. She is a halberdier, and she's someone who antagonizes you throughout most of the campaign. Holy crap, is Arcady gonna die right here? This might have been a terrible idea. He's too fast. Come on. I think he's good. Yes, he made it. So this is General Leslie. She's one of the primary antagonists of Part 1. I think it's so funny because when you're writing characters, and I don't know if any other creators feel this way, or guys who make hacks, and just got Speedwing, but I find that when I'm writing up a character, I usually don't really have like a general idea in mind of like who I'm basing it off of or any influences. But then like as I see them, I'm like, oh, Leslie's exactly like Jared in FE10, or Gerard, however you say his name. But I definitely like with others, it's like archetypes. Like I definitely, when writing Arcadie's character, I was thinking of like the Sane or Gotri type of like, carefree, womanizing type of characters. And other characters kind of just like take on a life of their own. I think we're actually good to go. But I'll just show off Leslie real quick. So she has a killer lance. Ooh, her palette looks a little borked here, so I'll fix that. She is kind of scary for this stage in the game. I think you can kill her if you really want to farm her for experience here, but it's not recommended, guys. Don't do that. Really don't do that. But she's there if you're playing really, really slow and carefully to just force you to hurry up a bit. So we're going to go over here and seize, and that's the chapter, guys. Geez, this is exhausting. Storch, you said it. You said it best. And we have some sad music going on. But that's it, guys. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. Very excited to have gotten this far. When I started this project myself a few months ago, I would not have expected it to really take off as much as it has. I've gotten some really great feedback so far. And I'm working on this largely by myself in terms of story, eventing, and things like that. And I also work full-time. So it's a little hard for me to move as fast as I'd like, but I'd say over the past 5 or 6 months, we've made pretty decent progress on these 12 chapters, starting to get some art in there. Really want to give a big thank you to the art team that has helped out so far, because I think the hack would not look nearly as good without them, and that's Author Pendragon, Mystic Panda, and Spear Doggo. They're all in our dev chat on the Discord channel, so you could check us out there if you want to speak with us and learn more about what's going on with the hack. I also want to give a big thank you to Tequila, Bright Flame, and Invader Zim for reporting bugs and sharing their feedback. I think Tequila sent me this huge paste bin with all of his notes, like a stream of consciousness as he's playing the game, which is incredibly valuable to anyone. So if you're building a hack, or even if you're working at a software company as a product guy or a software engineer, this is the kind of feedback that is so incredibly valuable, because you want to understand what that user experience is, and I want to get a sense of what my players are thinking when they play my game. Do they actually connect with the game at all? Do they feel anything? Are they surprised? Are they annoyed? It should be an emotional ride. I'm not trying to say that I'm like, the John Steinbeck of FE hacks, but I hope the writing is serviceable and that it evokes some emotion when it needs to, and that you enjoy it, and it's not like, oh, this is so generic. But the feedback I've gotten so far seems to be pretty positive, and so I'm always looking for ways to improve that. So if you see anything in the writing that could be better, that you really like, that you're like, hey, Dan, this really spoke to me, that'll be super helpful. Beyond that, guys, let's see. I'm still looking for more artists and more help. The more artists that we can get, the better, I think, especially like you saw, like all the palettes are there. Not all of them are fixed yet. The mug sprites need some work, or portraits, I think people call them now. I think mugs is like a term that we used in like 2005 for FE sprites. And then lastly, just what's next? So continuing to polish part 1. That includes all the art, fixing up some of the maps, making sure things are a little bit more balanced. Any other changes that need to be made. There's a couple of glitches that still need to be worked through, and I have a change log of things that I need help with. A lot of things in eventing that I'm going to need to really sit down and try and figure out, especially things like conditionals for when units die and you need other units to talk in their stead, because we have a lot of zombies right now, which is not spectacular. But those are some of the things that I need to fix. My main goal is just, can I make something that's playable? Like, what's my MVP? And I think this is that. But of course, thinking through like a full polished release, like that's going to take quite a lot of time. So that's next up on the list. Part 2, writing, is underway. So I wrote up the text and all the dialogue for Chapter 2-1, which takes place a couple months after the end of Part 1. Same party, not like a Radiant Dawn type of split, at least not yet. Hint, hint. Keep an eye out for that in Part 3, actually, which is way further down the road. I have the outline for how the rest of the game is scoped out. All the characters are created. I have concepts in my head for most of them and jotted down for our dev team to sort through as we're thinking about it. But Part 3 is definitely far away from being made. I haven't even tried making the maps yet. I just have an idea of what they look like. My method has been to draw them out in Excel in little blocks and then try and translate that into FE and see how it looks. But yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. Follow us on Discord. We have threads on Serenus Forest and Fire Emblem Universe. Feel free to come talk to me there if you have any questions. Always looking for help, feedback, advice. If you enjoyed the game, please let me know. If you didn't enjoy the game, please let me know. Really want to make this as fun for you as it is for me to make. And we'll take it from there. So thanks again, guys, for taking the time to watch and see. Highly recommend you download the current beta and share any of your thoughts and feedback. And we'll take it from there. So this is Pandan signing off. And enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Take care.